The day Soviet pride froze in the vacuum of space, and a triumphant return became the macabre tomb of 3 smiling corpses. June 30th, 1971. The Cold War demanded victories. The Soviet Union, in a desperate bid to crush the US, launched the Soyuz 11 mission. Their objective: to inhabit Soyuz 1, the very first space station in history. For 24 days, Georgy Dobrovolsky, Vladislav Volkov, and Viktor Patsayev were untouchable heroes. They shattered endurance records, proving communist supremacy among the stars. But the price of this ruthless propaganda was lethal. To save space inside the cramped descent module, High Command forced the crew to fly without pressurized spacesuits. They wore simple fabric tracksuits, a suicidal gamble against the unforgiving void. June 30th, re-entry began. At 168 kilometers above the Earth, explosive bolts sever the modules. The violent shock of the separation causes a tiny ventilation valve, barely a millimeter wide, to jolt open prematurely. Their precious oxygen began to bleed away. Inside the suffocating cabin, panic erupts. The air abandons the ship in a deafening hiss. It took Patsayev mere seconds to understand. Desperate, he unstrapped himself, trying to seal the valve by hand. But the brute force of the depressurization was monstrous. Their eardrums ruptured from the sudden drop in pressure. Without atmospheric pressure, their blood, quite literally, began to boil inside their veins. In less than a minute, the oxygen was gone. The thickest, darkest silence swallowed the metal capsule. Meanwhile, back on Earth, Mission Control was celebrating a triumph. The spacecraft had executed a flawless, fully automated landing. Rescue teams rushed toward the scorched capsule across the Kazakh steppes, ready to applaud. As they pried open the heavy hatch, there were no cheers of victory. Only a terrifying silence and the chill of the void. The 3 cosmonauts were seated, rigidly upright in their command chairs, their faces locked in a chilling rigor mortis, wearing horrifying macabre frozen smiles, caused by massive cerebral hemorrhaging. Soviet propaganda attempted to bury the details, but the disturbing sight haunted the rescuers forever. To this day, they remain the only human beings to officially die in outer space. The catastrophe forced a total redesign of the program. Never again would a human fly into space without a pressure suit. 3 heroes sacrificed on the altar of political ego, drowned in the cosmic ocean. A single faulty valve, proving that the universe does not forgive the arrogance of man. The glory of a superpower was crushed beneath the weight of those 3 frozen smiles in the dark. What do you think of this? Tell us in the comments. If history moves you as much as it does us, subscribe to The Day Changed Everything, so you never miss an event that transformed the world.